In a vibrant village nestled between lush green hills, there lived an old woman named Granny Lucy. She was known far and wide for her amazing fruit farm, a colorful orchard filled with apples, oranges, pears, and more. The best part? Her grandchildren, Timmy and Ella, often visited to help her with the farm work. Granny Lucy had a secret. Her orchard wasn't just any orchard, it was magical. The fruits were more vibrant, sweeter, and bigger than any others around. This was because Granny Lucy took care of the orchard with love and a little bit of magic. One bright Saturday morning, Timmy and Ella arrived at Granny Lucy's house, bursting with energy and ready to help. They ran up to the farmhouse, where Granny Lucy greeted them with open arms and warm hugs. She wore her usual straw hat and overalls, her gray hair tied back in a neat bun. "Ready to help with the farm?" she asked, her eyes twinkling. Timmy and Ella nodded eagerly. Granny Lucy took them to the first part of the orchard, where the apple trees were in full bloom. "Today's task is to pick the ripest apples," she said. "But remember, only the reddest and roundest ones." Timmy and Ella went to work, but they noticed something strange. A few trees had leaves that were turning brown, and some of the fruit looked a little duller than usual. They pointed it out to Granny Lucy, who frowned. "Oh, no. It looks like my orchard's losing its magic," she said. Granny Lucy explained that her magic came from a special fruit called the heart of the orchard, hidden somewhere in the farm. It needed to be refreshed every few years to keep the orchard thriving. "We need to find it and give it some extra love," she said. Timmy and Ella were excited. A treasure hunt in Granny's orchard. They followed her through the orchard, searching high and low for the heart of the orchard. They checked under bushes, climbed trees, and looked behind rocks, but it was nowhere to be found. Finally, Timmy had an idea. "What if it's buried underground?" he asked. Granny Lucy nodded. "Let's try." They grabbed some shovels and started digging near the oldest tree in the orchard, a grand apple tree with a thick trunk and sprawling branches. After digging for a while, they hit something solid. It was a small chest, and inside was a single, glowing fruit, the heart of the orchard. It was bright red and pulsing with magical energy. Granny Lucy took the fruit and whispered some magical words, then placed it back into the earth. Instantly, the orchard sprang back to life. The leaves turned green again, the fruit became vibrant and shiny. As they sat on the porch, the golden light of the setting sun made everything look magical. Timmy and Ella listened intently as Granny Lucy told stories of her own childhood, when she first discovered the magic in the orchard. She spoke of how her grandmother had shown her the secret to keeping the orchard healthy and vibrant, just like she had done with them today. The stories were full of adventure and friendship, and each one seemed to have a valuable lesson. Granny Lucy emphasized the importance of caring for the earth and showing kindness to all living things. Timmy and Ella were captivated, hanging on every word. As the evening grew darker and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Granny Lucy suggested they have one last adventure for the day. She handed each of them a lantern and led them back into the orchard, which now sparkled with a soft, magical glow. The fireflies danced among the trees, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of fruit blossoms. They walked through the orchard, marveling at how different it looked at night. Granny Lucy pointed out the constellations in the sky and explained how they had guided farmers for generations. She also shared the story of the guardian of the orchard, a mythical creature said to protect the trees at night and ensure the fruits grew to their fullest. As they reached the heart of the orchard, where the glowing fruit was buried, they saw something amazing. A small owl, perched on a branch, watching them curiously. Granny Lucy whispered that the owl was the guardian of the orchard, a sign that the magic was strong and the orchard was safe. Timmy and Ella smiled, feeling a sense of wonder and connection to the magical orchard. They knew they were part of something special, and they promised Granny Lucy they would always help her keep the orchard magical. Before they left the orchard, Granny Lucy gave them each a small sapling. "Plant these in your own gardens," she said. "And remember, the magic of this orchard is in your hearts. As long as you take care of it, it will never fade." With their saplings in hand, they returned to the farmhouse, where their parents were waiting to take them home. Timmy and Ella gave Granny Lucy big hugs, thanking her for the adventure and promising to visit again soon. As they drove away, they looked back at the orchard, now glowing softly under the moonlight. They knew that Granny Lucy's orchard was more than just a magical place. It was a symbol of love, family, and the importance of taking care of the earth. From that day on, Timmy and Ella visited Granny Lucy's farm often, helping with the orchard and learning more about its magic. And every night, they would plant their saplings, knowing that they were nurturing their own little pieces of Granny Lucy's magical world. And so, Granny Lucy's orchard continued to thrive, thanks to the love and care of her grandchildren, ensuring that its magic would live on for generations to come. The end.